Three Republican chairmen from the House of Representatives have sent a letter to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office letting them know that they are going to launch an investigation into Alvin Bragg's prosecution of Donald Trump. They want information about any indictments. They want information about the evidence. They want everything that Alvin Bragg has because, by God, we're going to get to the bottom of this. The chairmen, of course, are House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, and House Administration Committee Chairman Brian Steele. And they want all of the information that Alvin Bragg has. See, there's just one problem with these idiot Republicans wanting to launch an investigation like this. They don't have jurisdiction over the city of Manhattan's district attorney. That is an office that does not receive any federal funding at all. They're in fact funded by the state. So you don't control the power of the purse over this office. These are not federal appointees, therefore you would have no reason to be investigating them. But most importantly, as, who was it? Democratic Representative Daniel Goldman pointed out on Twitter, this serves no legislative purpose, therefore this investigation would be moot and unconstitutional to begin with. See, that's what's fun about this, is he's using the same argument that you Republicans tried to use about Donald Trump's taxes. Like, oh, you can't have his tax returns because it doesn't serve a legitimate purpose, even though Democrats said, actually, we have a piece of legislation right here about the IRS auditing presidents, so we would need his tax returns to see what's up with that, and eventually the courts agreed with it. On the other hand, you cannot pass any legislation that would impact a state district attorney who is not funded by Congress. Again, you don't have jurisdiction over this individual, therefore no legislation that you would pass would directly impact just that one office or one person. So there is nothing you can do. You can't argue that this is, no, we've got a legislative purpose. That simply doesn't exist. It's a farce. But I want everybody to think for a moment about what this actually is telling us. These Republican chairpeople, who, by the way, have not held a hearing on East Palestine, the train derailment, or the dozen train derailments that have happened since then. They're not holding hearings about corporations price gouging us during the pandemic, driving up inflation. They're not holding hearings about anything of value for the average American voter. They instead want to waste all of their time trying to protect Donald Trump from what most likely will be a misdemeanor charge. Maybe it can rise to the degree of felony, but even if you get that, it's not going to result in any jail time, but you're still willing to hold up the entire House of Representatives just to defend this guy. You're staking our entire country's future on Donald effing Trump. That's the part that still to this day blows my mind. We have an entire party willing to cripple this country, willing to throw out the rule of law for one man who wasn't even a good president by Republican standards. Ask Tucker Carlson, he admitted that. None of this makes any sense because we live in a completely ass-backwards country where every Republican, all of them, are cult members now, and Donald Trump is their leader. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you want even more Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to like, comment, share, but most importantly, subscribe, and don't forget, you can find me on all social media outlets at Fair and Balanced.